What's up guys, it's Roguetier here with the biggest fan of Roguetier, Dan, the man, and he's coming with a deck profile for today. I know he's been wanting to show this, so go ahead. Yeah, for a while, so go ahead.
Okay, so it's obviously based off the structure deck. It's the Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Been working on it for a good 6 months pre-structure deck. Right? So obviously we'll start with the Resonator package. So we'll start with the one red Resonator. This is a personal preference, purely because of the life point gain. You can steal wins in time. The extra normal helps out some more. Then we're going to go with 2 Synchron. So again, you get to add cards back. Special free summon helps you get into your best plays. Helps you get into your level 10s. Now we're going to go with the 2 Vision. I was playing it at 3, decided it was a bit clunky at 3 because the adding of the spell is only once per turn. But you can, if you send it to the grave or Foolish, or you use Crimson to bring it out, you can then use this to add it back and then re-special it. Then we're playing this, which is 3 Soul Resonator. If you see this, half time you win the game, unless they ash you.
Pretty big statements there, Dan.
Yeah. So if you summon the Soul, you can add like Crimson Gaia, or you can search for the Bone Archfiend, which is probably one of the best cards Konami's printed in a long time. And then for the last of the Resonator package, we've got 3 Crimson Resonator. So what this does is, if you have Red Rising Dragon and you special this back from grave, you can get 2 more Resonators, which gets you into the Supernova plays or the Dispatcher combos, stuff like that basically. Then next we'll go for the 3 Bone Archfiend. So what this guy does is you can send a card from hand or field to a grave to resummon him. And then you can also free Foolish a card to change the level. So what you do is you will summon this, get this, then you'll send a card to decrease the level of this to make Red Rising Dragon. And the next card that really Bone Archfiend really helps with the one-offs is Obsessive Loop. So what this does, it enables so much degenerate stuff with the deck. So you can, for instance, say banish one of your synchros to add it back to hand, and then you can also banish another synchro to summon it, and it's a free level 4 tuner. And because you're banishing synchro cards, you can bring them back with Dispatcher. So you can like banish, say, an Abyss that's in the grave to then resummon the Abyss for free with Dispatcher. Next, I was playing this at 3 until early this evening. Dropped it to 1 because Bone Archfiend was just so much better. But one drinking well win, because if you see this and Crimson at the same time, or this and Soul, you can go into, and it's a free special, so you can go into like 3 synchros. And if it's in the grave, you can add back a Resonator the next turn. So it's nice recoverability. Next is the Bestial package. I have seen a lot of people drop this out due to the new format. However, given the local scenario I'm in, it's more than necessary. So we'll start with 2 Jerusalem for now. The 1 Saramir, 1 Mag because ban list, and 2 Rebellion because I'm too cheap to buy a 3rd.
Still expensive after
yeah.
different.
Now we'll move on to the spells. So we've got the main rotors of the deck, which is the 3 Resonator Core. So this mainly you want to search Soul from the start, or Crimson if you already have the Soul, or Synchron. Also, really fun thing about this card, not once per turn. Then you've got the 3 Crimson Gaia. So again, another rope for deck to search out the red zone or like Soul Resonator again or anything. So you basically Soul Resonator is something you really need to see. Also, it has like a Book of Eclipse effect in the battle phase with Red Dragon Archfiend. Also, if a card's destroyed, you can recover a Red Dragon Archfiend from grave, which is really nice considering with the Book of Eclipse effect, the fact that it Book of Moons everything, and you can just attack over with Red Dragon is really good. Also, you can send this from the field to the grave to summon the Bone Archfiend. So then next we're playing the 1 copy of the Red Zone because it's so searchable and you don't really need more than one. So this summons any of your Dark Dragon Synchros back from the Banshee, and it's also an interruption if you have one of the Red Dragon Archfiends on the field. A lot of things that came up in the Structure Decker event is people kept trying to say that you could use Abyss or Bane to trigger this off, which is completely untrue because their names aren't Red Dragon Archfiend, even though it has Red Dragon in the name. Next, we have the 1 copy of the Red Rain, because if you don't get into Supernova, this is just like a really good like floodgate board wipe that can just completely stop your opponent in their tracks. And if you control a level 8 Dragon Synchro, you can put it back from the grave, you put it back to your field, and then just keep abusing it. With the branded package, because you're playing the Bestials, you play the 1 Regained and the 1 Beast and the 1 Etude. So these pretty standard because you're playing the Bestial package, but because I'm playing the Etude, this is for on your draw phase, so you put it back there with branded Beast, opponent's draw phase, you activate this, you quick synchro into King Calamity and make your opponent cry, basically.
Yeah, that card should have been banned.
Yeah.
It should have really been
never. And then for the 1-off spells, you got the 1 Call By because we hate Ash, we hate Draw, stuff like that. The 1 Foolish, this really sets off the deck, especially with the Bone Archfiend, because getting it into Grave would be really nice, and Talents, just for that little bit of recovery you get in the Beirut, because I was going to main the Beirut, but I'd have to play Crossout Designator and I couldn't really find the space for it. So with the rest of, for the hand traps anyway, it's just your standard 3 Ash and 2 Imperm. Don't think I really need to explain that one. So if we go into the extra deck, so again, it's going to be all Dark Dragon Synchros because that's just how the deck works. You got your 3 Red Rising Dragon. Thank God it finally came in hollow. So what this does is, as soon as you summon it, you can summon like one of your Resonators back from grave, combo off, and it's not once per turn, it's just once per copy. So if they get rid of this and negate this and destroy it, you can then just summon the second one same turn, and then carry back on basically. Then we have 1 level 7 Synchro, which is Kubelt. So if you summon this, you summon it, you can target a card of the field, destroy it, and then you can go into your 8s from there. Then for the main Red Dragons, you've got for 1 Scarred with 1 Red Dragon. So basically, I've seen in a lot of decks people playing 2 each of this, which I find completely unnecessary because the game shouldn't last long enough where you need 2, and with the recoverability of the Red Dragons, you don't really need to play 2. We have the 1 Starlight. Again, just like Robin, I'm flexing with the Ghost.
Oh yeah, it's the only way for Starlight.
Yeah,
Ghost.
So again, Starlight, time, like game 3, time on round, shenanigans. We play the 2 Abyss for Vindicate, for purely Vindicate and the resummons. We play the 1 Bane and the 1 Despower. Now, most games you're mainly going to go into the disc pattern, but depending on certain hands, it's sometimes better to go into this and then just end on this and Abyss with a red zone. Maybe try and get Scarred back, because sometimes this just won't go live. Now, for the least used card in the extra deck, Baron de Fleur, you rarely ever summon this. It comes up very occasionally. I've been debating maybe putting in a Chain Resonator because Chain's light, and then playing Chaos Angel instead of this. Just so, because with this you rarely ever go into it. And then for the big 12s, you've got the Mr. Should Have Been Banned, but thank God he's not, Calamity.
Yeah.
You've got the, so again, no description necessary with the turn locking. Then you've got the big boy himself, purely for the disruption. So with the new red zone, you can actually loop this card nearly like 3 times maybe if you're lucky. So you can go banish, and then to banish everything, and then you can use the red zone to bring it back, and then banish everything again. And it has a lot of attack based on the number of tuners you get in the grave. For the last one, this is purely just a personal one, because it's one of my favourite cards in the game, Red Nova Dragon. A lot of people won't play this. This is just more so if I end up in a casual scenario and I just want to summon this instead of the Calamity. But again, it's huge, can't be destroyed by card effects, and you can banish it to get rid of attacks, and again you can bring it back with the red zone if necessary. So the side, it's not really, so because we have a lot of either bestial players or other things in our locals, I tend to side 2 Lancia, just because we have a lot of decks of banish in our locals. I also side the 2 anti-spell, purely because we have that 1 Mechanical player in locals.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry, L.
Yeah.
We have the 2 evenly matched, just because, well, evenly matched. The 1 Lightning Storm, because I'm too cheap to buy more. We have the 2 Veiler, purely because with the Veiler being a white, it's good for the Bestial Engine, works similar to Imperm, helps out quite a bit. And then we've got, because I know how Robin said in his last video that no one played draw.
Yeah,
We're inside him a free draw.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
But it's more so, but it is mainly sided. And then, because I can't find room in the main, we have the 3 nib, because we have got a lot of combo players. And then, more so for the back row again, just the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because I can't find room in the main. And basically, this entire deck, for me, especially with the Calamity, this is just what it says to everyone.
Well, yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. Thank you very much, Dan. And yeah, that's your... I love the mat too. Goes with the deck. Yeah. Beautiful mat.
It's time! Let's go!